Jug of Thoughts podcast.
I believe you know you're talking to a stranger, and I hope you're gonna catch me. So much serious, you're only in the danger, and I hope you're gonna king me. Baby, get out of my mouth. You never had the style, baby, and I hope you're gonna king me. But I believe you know you're talking to a stranger, and I hope you're gonna king me.
We're back.
Yeah.
We got a special guest.
We have a very special guest. This is a big deal, man.
Hotdog on the show.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
You gotta get closer.
Hot dog in the building.
Hot dog.
Yeah. What's up, man? We're going to get a lot of stories from the year two's adventures, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
All sorts of nonsense.
We've had some adventures.
Yeah.
We've been friends since we were 12, so.
Well, you get to verify some of these wacky stories he's been telling about you.
Yeah.
Well, I got the world's worst memory, so it's going to be a little tough.
That's why I can tell all these wacky stories about us. I'm like, you won't know.
Yeah, man, there's been a lot going on this past couple weeks. I feel like we haven't done one of these in a while. It's been a while. What happened in between
It's
there?
only been 3 weeks, I think.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's summertime. Summer's bustling at the Jug, right?
Yeah, it's harder in the summer.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I'm a lot busier.
of gigs, a lot of things.
You're a lot busier. We're both a lot busier.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a week.
So.
I don't know. What do we start with here?
Flock of seagulls.
We didn't talk about that?
No.
Yes, we did. You talked about the speech you gave and everything.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. She doesn't listen.
Oh, man. Come on, Robin.
Terrible.
You did a speech?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I did a speech just thanking all of our sponsors and everything like that. And then I said, now what everybody's here for, Flock of Seagulls.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, it was cool.
Did you do it in that voice?
No. I did it in this voice.
No.
It's the only one I got.
The cartoon voice?
Yeah, the cartoon voice.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, well, so we did talk about Fox Seagulls. That's old news. We're
Old
on
news.
to next things.
Yeah, we got Strictly Hip this weekend.
Yeah, you do. Strictly Hip on Friday and then Friendly Foes on Saturday.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Foes' 100th show.
100th show,
100th
yeah.
show. Pete's been keeping count, and Pete's birthday.
And Pete's birthday,
So
yeah.
that'll be a little hometown fiesta. So everybody come hang out at that one.
He missed it by 1 weekend, Crown.
You guys couldn't move that shit for me?
You would have been up north anyway.
Oh.
You would have saw the Hip show.
Yeah, I might have come back for that. Who knows?
Well, no, you got in too late on Friday. So, but
Well, we would have missed it because we had the Bash. Shout out to everybody. If anyone's listening who was at the Bash, that was like one of the coolest fucking things ever. I love that party, and every year it just gets cooler and cooler, man. You know, there's packs a whole ton of people and like the best bands around in this backyard in the falls, and like everyone loves music. It's a straight rager. Everyone dancing, going fucking nuts, dude. We
awesome.
did a Biv set that fucking floored them. Oh man, it's wonderful. So
Cool.
shout out to everybody who was at that.
Wow.
Except they didn't have the foam guy this year.
I
Remember
heard.
last year talking about the foam cannon?
Yeah.
They fill it up, and then I guess he was booked, man. I guess he gets paid fucking buku bucks to bring
Oh,
this
yeah?
foam cannon around to do parties.
Shoot his foam everywhere?
Yeah, dude. We should get a fucking foam cannon. You just sit there and refill it with the liquid or whatever, and you're fucking set.
I want to get paid buku bucks to shoot my shit everywhere.
There may have been a time or two.
Yeah, it may have been. When I was a much younger man.
Yeah.
So, Hot Dog, you went up north, did a little fishing.
Caught a couple fish.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Caught a couple fish. My cousin took us out in honor of my uncle.
Yeah.
And he on our way out, we're getting all set up and stuff. He's like, yeah, this one is the lure Uncle Wayne turned me on to back in the day. And he talks really, really Canadian, so it's really great to hear him talk.
Yeah.
And
Chris?
yeah,
I know.
And as soon as we drop it in, man, boom, there's like a 20-pound lake trout on there.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
And
awesome.
In seconds, right?
lucky
Yeah.
lure.
And then five seconds later, the other rod goes off. It was
Wow.
a nice big old salmon.
Really?
Yeah, and then the rest of the day was really slow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a couple of freight
Was
trains
this
hit
Uncle
us.
Wayne saying hello?
It was. It was clearly he was with us.
Yeah.
So it was actually pretty amazing. Got my dad on the boat. He's really,
cool.
He's really slow going.
Yeah, I know.
This time.
I know.
These times, man. He's
The last couple times I saw him, he was slowing down a little bit.
he's moving real slow. He can't get around without the cane.
Uh-huh.
So we get there and there's this like floating dock that he's got to get on the boat. Oh my god. I've never been so goddamn nervous in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was going to go in the drink like immediately.
Right.
Yeah, but he did it like a trooper, man. He got out there.
That's your dad, man.
We weighed him down with some beer in the freaking front seat. And
There you
just let him go. He was good to go.
Perfect.
Dude, I almost got cut my hand. Well, we were down by the river and we're walking around on the rocks and shit. And I went to step down this little step and I put my hand on a tree root or something that was next to me. And then she was like, "Oh my god, watch out!" And I look and there's a hook, a lure and a big fucking hook.
Holy
someone's
shit.
just had to sit there. I put my hand right next to it. I almost cut
Whoa.
my shit off.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
it would have been on the fucking injured list.
Yeah.
Snagger.
Yeah. We already got a guitar player down,
I know, Jesus.
so we can't have that.
It's been a hell of a week of wacky things like that. Brake fluid in our car went, so I backed out of our driveway to just beep, 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 and no fucking brakes that were barely working going down the hill. That was terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's fixed. Shout out Coppins. And then Colin fucked his hand up, but hopefully he'll be better. So things are looking up, I guess. Fuck, man.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because we got another big show next weekend.
Yeah. Well, all right. So the 9th, we're going to do a Rolling Stones thing.
Yeah.
There might be another theme set. We don't know. We got to meet with the group, but we're definitely doing a night of tons of Rolling Stones jams.
Yes.
With some killer musicians, whoever I can get.
Yeah.
So that's August 9th. There will be a poster announced very soon.
Evening with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
It sounds like a hoot.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Look at the TV. See how there's these unicycle things?
Yeah.
All right. Remember the Unicycle Guy we were talking about?
Yes.
There's a guy who's been rolling around Lewiston, Youngstown, all over the place.
I think it's
on
Mike Capizzi.
on this unicycle. How
Yeah.
old is that guy?
He's between our age.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well,
He's 42.
there might be several of them, but this fella in the fucking the ninja outfit. He's covered head to toe in pads, and
Yeah,
you don't
that's-
know who he is. He's got the helmet
I
and
think that's
everything.
him.
Well, he's rolling around on this unicycle all over the place. We see him in Lewiston, and then I come down to the Jug, and he rolls by he's fucking everywhere.
Right.
A friend of ours who was a police officer, I guess, was getting a ton of calls from old ladies in Lewiston being like, "He's in traffic, it's dangerous, blah blah blah."
God,
So we
yeah.
had to stop and talk to the guy,
Yeah.
and the guy took his helmet off, and this fella was a 70-year-old guy.
Shut up.
Yes, that's what he said. He says this guy was 70 years old and lived in Wilson or something.
Wow.
And this is his hobby. We're like, holy shit! You didn't expect because he's in the Batman outfit.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
he
helmet.
totally is,
You
I know.
can't tell who it is. He takes it off and it was an
It's
old
crazy.
man. And the cop was like, "What the fuck?" So I guess that
I don't
dude
know what to
just
say to this guy.
does his thing. It's a low impact workout.
Thinking he's going to
I
be a
guess.
teenager.
Yeah, right. I don't know. So there's probably several. I mean, the unicycle's getting quite popular.
It is.
It looks fun.
It looks dangerous.
Break my goddamn neck on that
Yeah,
thing.
me too.
Dude, he just fucking leans forward and just fucking rolls.
I think little cocktail weenie wants one for Christmas.
She does?
Yeah.
She does,
Uh-oh.
I think. Yeah, that's what Lauren just told me the other day.
Well, I remember the Razor scooters were a big deal, and those were horribly dangerous. You couldn't hit anything. You hit a pebble on those, and you were fucking done.
Dude, they got those everywhere, down south in the cities and stuff.
Yeah,
you
rent them.
yeah, you just flash a card and off you go.
Yeah. Is that dangerous? Is that annoying? There was a whole South Park episode of how it's
Is
driving
there?
everybody nuts.
Yeah.
Do you hate it?
I mean, I don't really see a whole lot of people using them.
Yeah.
They were huge. The little scooters were huge in Nashville.
Yeah.
The stand-on scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Huge.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were they were everywhere. Everywhere.
Sure.
When we went to the Bills game, there was about 400 of them outside the Bills game. Just laying around. So me and Alfie were like, ching, ching.
Yeah. First come,
And
first serve.
but
Let's
they
go.
were all almost dead. So we got 200 yards and they fucking died, and we ended up having to walk the rest of the way, which wasn't so
you
bad.
just leave them dead on the side of the road?
Yeah, and
And some poor bastard has to go around collecting all these that's
Dude, they make enough money off them. Trust me.
yeah. They got GPS on them, so
Yeah,
they
they all
just
have
go
GPS
collect
on them,
them.
so
Yeah.
they just go around.
People
and pick
just
them up.
ride them till they die.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, I
It is
guess.
cool.
Yeah. The system worked out.
Dude, they were great for getting around. In Nashville, it's hard to get around. It's big. It's a pretty big city now, and those things were fucking money. The guy was like, "Wee, wee, wee." I was like, this thing's awesome.
Some unneeded anxiety, man. You get ride around on those things and just wait for them to die, like in the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah.
I felt the same way renting this fucking Tesla that I got here today.
Is that yours outside?
Yeah.
I was wondering because that's the only two cars. Is us and the Tesla.
It took me 30 minutes to get out of the freaking parking lot at the
Really?
rental car place. Yeah, I had no idea.
You couldn't figure it out?
No, couldn't figure it out.
He's like, Harden, you guys got a Tesla charger down there? I was like, yeah, right. I'm like, we don't even have a fucking grocery store or a bank, man. Think we got a Tesla charger?
We had a charger for an iPhone 6.
Yeah. No.
6 and below, we got chargers. Anything above
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
That's cool, man. There's a fucking Tesla. Someone's got the truck on River Road.
Oh, yeah?
Someone's got the Tesla truck that's parked in their driveway. That
Rich
shit doesn't even
bastards.
look real.
Looks like a
Yeah.
spaceship.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
looks-
a block of cheese.
Yeah, dude.
What?
It's bizarre.
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah. You ever seen it?
No.
That's
It looks
interesting.
like some fucking crazy. It looks like some sort of weird Batmobile.
Cool.
It looks like it would open and then the guy from the unicycle would get out in his
Yes.
whole outfit. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's fucking funny.
Well, so while the car's in the shop, I had to Uber up to the bash. So we get an Uber XLs and like click the luggage thing because I got
Yeah.
all my gear and shit.
Sure.
And this fellow comes up and he's a nice enough guy. Sounds European or something. Said he lived in Italy. I don't know if he's from Italy or some shit. But he had some pretty choice words about Niagara Falls and living there, and he doesn't like it.
No?
No, not good reviews. Pretty funny to have this guy just like totally unload all this on two complete strangers. But he was cool, I guess. He wants to go to Virginia, so good luck. But he gave me his card.
That's where I was born.
Yeah, well, he wants to
perfect.
go. I hear great man, Chris Harden, born in Virginia.
Yeah.
Chris Harden birthplace.
See, he knew.
So this dude gives me his card, and I look down, and I sent this to you, and this is his name under here.
Okay.
It's Fakher.
Yeah. Fakher. Yeah.
Fakher. How would you say that?
Fakher.
Fakher. Right? There's
Yeah,
no
for
other
sure.
way.
There's
I
no
was-
other way to say it.
I showed his card to like a ton of people at the party.
Yeah.
I was like, let me ask you something. How would you say this? Is there some sort of language barrier I'm missing here?
I
Some
thought
sort
that
of
I thought that was
cultural-
a joke when you sent it to
No,
me. That's why
that's
I
the-
wrote back. Ha ha.
That's the card the guy gave me. Unless he's literally just fucking with people.
Yeah.
And he's like,
hello,
not-
my name is Fakher.
Yeah, he's just doing a funny accent, and he's like, I'm just going to rant about the falls and then give these guys a fake card. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's the card he gave me. So shout out, Fakher.
Shout out, Fakher.
Thanks for the ride, dog. And then
What's up, Fakher?
on the way home, the lady was a trip, too. I'm kind of missing this Uber shit. Was really fun. You used to meet the weirdest people.
I know.
First guy
I Uber a lot.
was a black dude with I voted stickers all over his dash, and he was listening to MSNBC radio. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I get this. And then halfway through the ride, he switched to Fox News. Like the two ends of the
Wow, that's
spectrum. I'm
weird.
like, I can't get a fucking read on this guy.
No, he wants to make sure that he's informed from both sides so he can make his own opinion.
Yeah, people always do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably looked at us and he's like, I know what these honkies want to hear.
Yeah, right.
And then the lady who took us back from the bash was like, she was a card. We got the ride, and then I was thinking about maybe staying. There was an after party. I'm like, should we just cancel that ride? And like literally that second, I get a message that says, don't cancel, I'm almost there. And I'm like, is she fucking listening? How did she, what the fuck? And she was like, did you get my message? She was loud, shouting at the top of her lungs. She's like, I was already over the bridge. I didn't want you to cancel. I was like, please don't cancel. I'm the best Uber driver around, so, I'll get you home real quick. And I'm like, dude, it was after we had a great gig.
Yeah.
I'm stoned as shit. I'm loving it. I'm in the back seat. She's going on this rant about some other girl who didn't get picked up and blamed her. And she's like, I'm getting her kicked off the app. She'll never use Uber again.
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck her.
Yeah.
I'm all line and sinker.
Fuck
I'm
that
just
bitch.
goading this lady to keep saying wacky shit. And she's like screaming at the top of her lungs. She was cool, though. She did get us home quite quick.
Nice.
We're like, you ever go to Youngstown? She's like, I got stuck out there in a snowstorm. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
That's probably my fault.
Yeah. You guys know a guy named Harden? He always asked me to bring him cigarettes.
Definitely had something to do with it.
I've actually Ubered from here to Lewiston and back just for cigarettes.
Yeah,
It cost me like $50
sure.
for a pack.
Take the shuttle,
That
yeah.
was winter.
Cigarette shuttle.
Yeah. I was fucked. Crown, did you find yourself in those pictures?
Yeah. So
I got one. I saw one.
We got some pictures here,
Just
some
one?
blast from the
Yeah,
past
there's
more
pictures.
than one.
Is there more than one?
There should be.
I don't know. Maybe I don't recognize myself.
No, you look the same.
I do look very similar.
I do look very similar. So so I found all these pictures of myself and some ex-girlfriends and hey,
Fuck, you got-
yeah. Remember when we dated?
And
Mr. Flush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of editing I'm gonna do. Is everybody allowed to say these names?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we don't say
But we're
names?
not saying it. Well, not usually, but we're not saying anything bad about him yet.
You dated Oprah Winfrey?
Yeah, just for a short
Whose dog
stint.
is that?
Huh?
Whose dog is that?
That is my ex-girlfriend Sarah's chocolate or black lab.
I was gonna say, is that
Who's the dog? That's what he's like. Who the hell is this dog?
I thought it was hey,
Unrecognized
Bales.
dog.
No, you thought it was Buster.
Hey, Bales. Yeah, I did think it was kind of Buster.
Yeah.
He was more black than
He was.
Hey, Bales.
Yeah.
So there's let me look at these. Let's get
So
past the dog.
I had to go through some totes from my mother's house because her basement flooded. And
Look at Harden.
yeah.
Look at him in his little Newport soccer shorts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ladies.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a picture of a house.
Oh ladies.
He's in a house. Right. It's a lot of landscaping pictures. The fuck.
Well,
And the same one.
I had a landscaping company, man.
That was
They're
actually-
nice landscaping.
That was actually Harden's house back on Oak Street.
Yeah.
the
so,
original Harden's Gardens.
The
Yeah.
original Hardin's Gardens. Yeah.
Where it all came from.
There's
That's
a
right.
puppy. That's a pretty adorable puppy.
Yeah. So I found all these old pictures of me and Crown and for those of you who don't know who Crown is, it's Hot Dog.
Look at fucking
Secrets out.
fucking skater boy Harden. You look like fucking a skateboarder.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. You look like that dude's sponsored by fucking Birdhouse.
Yeah. That's what I looked like
Okay.
all the time 15 years ago.
15.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
about
Devil's
15 years
Hole.
ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was when me and Annie were dating 15 years ago. 17 max.
You need to count more fingers and toes.
Oh, look,
You're
Adventure
old.
Harden between
Adventure
the
Harden's
rocks.
in there as well. Yeah.
Adventure Harden in the rocks.
Yeah. I did it
Look
all.
at that.
I have pictures of from me in Colorado when I was 19 in here. They're I think they're over on that chair.
Where is this? What bar is this in?
Let's
There's-
see.
Oh, there's a hot dog, right? So
Yeah.
Hot dog spotting and
Yeah.
Colleen.
Yeah.
What bar is this in?
That's
I can't tell.
that's the old part. That's what is now Cask and Cow. It was
oh,
Park West.
that was the pub. Okay, all right. I
No,
get you.
before the pub.
Yeah,
That's
before the
just
pub. It
old
was
school.
the pub, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's you on prom night in your dress.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This looks like some.
I dated all four of those girls.
You guys, I'm assuming in this picture you were all having your clothes dry cleaned or something, and that's why no one's wearing
That
them.
was Naked Dart Night.
Naked dart night.
Yeah.
And then we're back to the puppy. The
Yeah.
puppy's also naked.
Yeah.
Puppy must have lost darts. It
We
doesn't
used
even have
to
a,
play Naked Darts.
doesn't
a
have a
lot.
collar or a scarf or a bandana or nothing. That's pretty cool, man. Blast from the past. See, I have a ton of actual physical photos.
Yeah.
But like at a certain time, that all stopped.
It all stopped.
You know what I mean? Like it's all digital, and
I know.
now we just have hard drives of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Facebook.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. That shit's evil.
It is evil,
Yeah.
but you know, it's necessary sometimes for
Scary.
for the jug.
Get that
Oh,
shit in
yeah.
the cloud.
In the cloud, yeah. Well, you gotta constantly.
Isn't that how
dump.
they steal your shit?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think you gotta pay for a certain amount too. Like I have to take all of our devices right now are full because every gig we do, she takes a ton of videos and shit.
I know.
So it fills up, and then we gotta empty it, and then it fills up again.
Yeah.
So that's what that's how they get you on storage.
It's good though,
Yeah, yeah. We got a lot of cool shots from the old bash. I'm gonna post
right?
a lot of cool shots. I mean, you can watch the growth of the jug over just all the videos we have.
Oh,
you
sure.
know what I mean? You see it just the stage itself and the whole outdoor area build up and everything.
Uh huh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what are you two up to? You guys having a little slumber party tonight?
We are having a slumber party. We'll probably both be in bed early.
I had to fly out tomorrow early.
Yeah, he's got to get up at like 7 and take off.
Like 6 from here. I got to pick up my dad at 7.
Oh, he's got to pick up his dad at 7 out in Wilson. I don't have to get up.
Lucky
Say
you.
goodbye now.
I'll get up in the morning and say goodbye to him. Because he's got to come into my room anyway to take a shower. He's got to go through my room to get to the bathroom. So I'm sure he'll be like, Arden, I'm leaving.
All right, put some fucking blankets on you.
Why?
So
You know
this all began at 12 years old.
Yes.
How did that start?
Actually, this is what I remember. And this is going to be a compliment to you, Crown, so
Okay.
you're going to like it. Okay. My brother goes, like we used to play all the sports in the neighborhood, and I used to fucking murder everyone. Like, it wasn't even really fair.
I've seen the photographic evidence.
So Crown moves in around the corner, and my brother goes, I think we got somebody that can finally keep up with you. And I was like, yeah, sure you did. And the first time we were playing football in my front yard, he fucking hit me pretty good. And I was like, all right, we got a game.
Bit of an alpha situation.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like,
So,
all right.
So we always had to be on opposite teams when we were real young. But it was great.
We always used to play in the backyard, though.
I know, but the first time.
First time was in the side yard or the front
In the
yard?
front. Huh. I don't know why we were playing there.
I don't know. Too many trees and driveways.
I've seen the trees. There's a whole bunch of pictures of the trees. I assume you can't play. You can't get a good game going there. I've seen it.
But the worst part was the volleyball net posts when we were playing football.
He still
in the back.
blames me for this because we were on the same team this time.
Yeah. I was out for a pass, and he was leading me, and all of a sudden I caught it, looked back, and there was fucking post in my face. I just
'cause we had a
folded
volleyball
around
court.
the post.
Oh man, it laid him out. It
That's
laid him out like nobody else in the neighborhood did.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault. I wasn't paying attention to that. I didn't realize he was directly in line with it.
All about the touchdowns.
It's all about the touchdowns, baby.
Yeah, he just sees gold, man.
Yeah,
There's tunnel vision.
that's all I see, man. I see my receiver open, and and then I'm like, oh shit, there's a pole there. I hope you see it. Oh, we didn't see it.
Felt like I was playing in the CFL.
Right? Yeah, right. See, I was just trying to make you feel at home.
Yeah. Thurman's like, what the hell's a CFL?
I know what CFL is.
Oh, okay.
The Colombian Football League.
Did you go to the same high school or different?
Same high school.
Yeah,
Yeah. Until I got kicked out and went to bad kid school.
same.
Kicked out.
No.
No, Harden dropped out.
Yeah, sure.
When the hell was that?
How did you get kicked
So-
out?
It was my second stint in ninth grade.
Did you get
Stint.
your
I
second
got kicked out
stretch? You
at the
did a
end of the
stretch in ninth
year
grade.
the first time, and then that time I wasn't allowed to do
For
anything
what?
bad.
For what?
The very final thing was I didn't have a pencil in math class.
Oh yeah, no, there wasn't anything leading up to that little.
I said the very final
The
thing.
very final thing
That was like, I had 63 write-ups that year.
for not having a pencil.
No, for mostly for other stuff.
He doesn't have a pencil.
That
but
was
he's got
actually
a
the one thing
lot
that-
of other.
That was. I remember Miss Wanamaker. I was like, come on, you only gotta get a pencil. And the kid next to me, she's like, Christopher. And all the teachers knew that I was gonna get kicked out if I did anything wrong.
Anything wrong? Really?
Yeah. Like, so they wanted it because I was like the class clown and fucking, I was me.
Yeah.
Just littler.
Just little.
So they all knew, and they all did not want me in their classes. So, yeah, I didn't have. I was like, I was just asking for a pencil. She's like, well, go to the principal's office, and she was so happy. She was like proud of herself.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mrs. Wanamaker sounds like a character on Joe Dirt.
yeah.
Does she?
Yeah, yeah. She could have been. So, yeah, they were like, well, you know what this means, Christopher? You're done for the rest of the year.
Oh man, they've all had a party. They
Oh, man.
they had like a bottle of champagne
That was
in the
Miss Jelly
teachers' lounge.
Donuts.
They had a bottle of fucking champagne that had your name on it.
They did.
Then a bunch of the bad kids, where anytime they left, they'd open it.
Well, they definitely did. Yeah, they were like the 1972 Dolphins.
I don't get that. Why would I ever get that? I don't know what the fuck that
The
means.
1972
You make it
the
like-
1972
the specific jokes makes a guy that is always like, I don't know shit.
The 1972 Dolphins are the only undefeated team in the NFL. So every time that
Laces
the
out.
last team in the league that's undefeated loses, they crack open the champagne and fucking, because they're like, all right, still the only undefeated team.
Okay.
I don't get that.
I get it now. The only thing I know, my Dolphins knowledge starts and ends with Ace Ventura.
Right.
Something about laces out. Someone stole a dolphin. What are some of these terrible, wonderful things you guys did to get in so much fucking trouble?
Mostly skipping class.
Yeah, mostly.
Just
Mostly
not-
skipping
Really?
class.
Getting high in school.
I feel like
getting caught
that
out in the
would be what
smoking
they
area.
Yeah,
wanted,
getting
was
caught
you
in the
guys
smoking
not
area a lot.
being there.
Yeah.
They preferred you to skip. Than
I know.
disrupting people by
I know.
asking for pencils.
My last straw was a play fight with Big Bad Brett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, waiting for the late bus, and then with the Mrs. Warsnatch or something like that got me.
Mrs. Warsnatch.
Yeah, and she got and
Her
Condino
last name's
got Brett.
Horsnatch.
I think it was like Orvac or something, wasn't it?
That was Miss Jelly Donuts.
That's Miss Jelly
Horsnatch.
Donuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Miss Jelly Donuts?
Yeah. She's a big woman.
Yeah. So she grabbed me.
That I got.
She
That I got.
she grabbed me, and Mr. Condino grabbed Brett. And
Okay.
so, I mean, it just ended poorly.
Yeah.
And I found myself on the short bus all the way up to the bad kids' school.
Thinking of playing your harmonica like a fucking Johnny Cash outlaw.
Yeah.
They made so many rules
What are you in
for me
for?
the next year that I couldn't take it.
couldn't
Like
do it
I
anymore.
couldn't do it. Like I was like, I can't do this. I'm like, I'm all bottled up. I'm like, this sucks.
I've got no creative energy
I
left.
am none. I was like, this is fucking horrifying. I can't
need to
believe
fly.
How do other kids go to school?
Stop clipping my wings.
Cliff Harden's wings like that.
No. So I was like, I'm done. I was like, you're just gonna kick me out anyway because I'm gonna end up doing something real soon. Like I could feel it every day. I was like, I'm gonna do something real bad probably. And so they fucking brought me into fucking ice, which was on the second floor. And Miss Orvac and Mr. Condino guarded the door, so I couldn't leave. I was like, dude, I'm fucking leaving. It's over. You know?
Wait, they
And-
wanted you to stay? They were going to save you.
They were keeping me in school for the rest of the day.
So you came to your senses and realized a life of education
so I
is what
fucking
you
grabbed
needed.
my backpack and I jumped out the fucking window.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
In a second story window?
I jumped out. I jumped right out the window and I walked home.
Yeah.
And George tried chasing me. I was like, George, I was like, don't try chasing me. You're like 70, dude. I'm like, I'm 16. I'm in the peak physical condition of my life. You ain't gonna catch me, motherfucker.
Jumps out the window.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
George was the janitor, right?
No, George was the
George was
monitor who ended up dating my grandmother years later.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you're
I walked in for Christmas and I was like, George? And he was like, Chris.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's like a National Lampoon movie.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fucking...
yeah. I get
No, because George watched you jump out the window and run away.
Yeah.
To himself, he was like, I'm going to fuck that kid's grandma.
He looks at you.
he did.
I'm just here for a piece of ass,
That's
kid.
probably his whole thing. Every
Yeah.
bad kid,
Heard
he
about
was
your
like,
grandma.
they're like, fuck you, George. What are you going to chase me, bitch?
Yeah.
And George is just plowing everyone's grandma.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, run away.
Well, from what my grandma said, he
George
didn't
is playing the
because
long game.
My grandma bought him a penis pump and it didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, she
George,
told.
the penis pump was for George?
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
What kind of conversations do you have with your grandma?
That's exactly what I said. That's word for word what I said.
My grandma's she's a hell of a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open line of dialogue you guys have.
We do. Wow. Well, I told you, she told me that I'm a prude.
I do remember that story.
I do remember that story.
Did she have like a stack of old timey photographs, all the black and white ones that you had to blow up the fucking bulb, and and hers are all
I don't know. I don't want to see them.
They're playing naked shuffleboard or something, just
Someday
like
you're
yours.
Naked shuffleboard.
Someday
I know
you're
when
gonna-
I go through her attic when she dies, it's gonna be horrifying.
Yeah. Mom, stay downstairs.
Yeah.
This is gonna get ugly.
This is gonna be bad. Well, it's my dad's mom, so
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
at least I got that going
All
for
coming
me.
together now.
Yeah, right. It's all coming together now. Yeah, hot rod's mom.
So, you guys obviously didn't continue your education.
No.
I finished high school.
Yeah, Crown
You
did.
did? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't. Nope. I have a 9th grade education.
And
for
the
those of you who don't
troublemaking
know.
has continued.
Yeah. Well, I had to fly.
Those wings. Such beautiful wings.
Right. That's what my mom always told me. So
I know why the caged hardened sings.
yeah. So yeah, good stuff. I found these the other day.
Oh, yeah, I saw those. I figured those are Dano drawings.
They're not Danos. These are actually a 7-year-old's.
Oh, yeah. I thought Dano was drawing pictures of the creatures.
Do you have
It's
a
from when Nicolette lived with me and Amy up here.
Oh, okay.
And so I had to pull them out, and I
It's
had
an
to send,
owl in a tree.
and I had to send them to Amy for
That's a pretty good tree, man. She's got like little thing and everything.
Got actual branches inside the
Yeah.
foliage.
It's a good tree foliage.
And
yeah.
then this was Nico's fashion show.
Oh.
I think you know.
I think you know. That's funny.
Yeah. So, Amy's like, you got to take those to my mom so you don't lose them. I go, I've had them for 10 years. She goes, oh, yeah, good point. You better save them. So, yeah. And Nicolette is, she just joined college and went to her first frat party.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did you teach her about that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nope. That is out of my realm. I don't want to teach her about that. If she was a boy, but I'm like, this one's on you.
Give her a couple of pointers if she was a dude.
Right.
Well, you
like,
could
this
give
is
her
on you.
inside information.
I'm afraid to even do that.
You tell her, you give her
Because
from
I
the-
always take it too deep when I do that.
You could
And
give
Amy's
her,
like, what are you saying to my daughter? I'm like, damn it.
give her the same advice my grandma gave me.
It worked for me. Yeah, you slept with the whole goddamn town. Oh, yeah.
Grandma?
Yeah, we probably don't want her to do that, right?
Oh, wow, was that bad? I thought, oh, all right.
So, yeah, good stuff. And I found this.
Oh, what is this now? This is that's a giant grinder.
It sure is.
That's pretty cool.
It's humongous.
That is
Yeah.
humongous.
It's like a salad.
It's average size.
Shoot. It's
Humongous. Yeah, it's a big grinder. Yeah, you found it. Where'd you find all this?
All these
Digging through-
bowls and stuff are in there.
Wow.
Yeah. There was in one of the totes there was 13 different smoking paraphernalia.
Really?
Yeah.
I can never hang on to anything. I always broke it or lost it or something.
Well,
You're like
was super good at it.
McConaughey in True Detective, how he's got that locker of
Yeah.
like all of his old biker shit. And
Right,
he's
right.
got to pull it out, and you're just like fucking bowls and grinders.
yeah.
So you're just like, yeah, we were like
Baseball
meth
cards.
bikers. Yeah, baseball cards. and
Baseball
shit.
cards, bowls, grinders, and old pictures of naked women.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can do a lot less trouble than he did. But he got kicked out of school. They were up to some bad things there.
Right?
I'm looking at some of our. We've been exchanging some text messages.
Yeah. The sexual harassment one.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, so now I would have gotten in trouble for saying this, but I didn't say it. Sarah comes to me and she's having a problem with her eye, and she's like, my squirter's broke. And I'm like, I don't say that one. I want to say something real bad though. So I don't say anything, and I'm like, she's like, feel it. It's so hard. And I'm like,
Stop it, yeah.
and I'm like, stop it. She's like, no, seriously, feel it. It's so hard. And I'm like, do you have any idea what would be happening right now if I said this to you? And she's like, yeah, but really feel it. It's so hard. So that was the sexual harassment
Chris,
thing.
it's throbbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Wait,
do.
it
that.
squirted.
It squirted. You touched it and it squirted.
You gotta touch it just so right. You gotta touch it in the right way. It takes
Yeah.
time. You gotta put work into it. You know, you're gonna be there for a minute. Yeah.
So it was fucking funny.
Lee says silly things like that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's all innocent and sweet.
I know.
She doesn't have the, we could probably turn anything terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's gross. I hope her squirter is fixed.
Yeah. I know.
Call it eye doctor. Like, my squirter's broke. They're like, this is the wrong doctor.
I had,
Call the other
I had an
guy.
ex-girlfriend that said that one time. I fixed it.
I was down by the river, and a guy came by on like a little motorcycle thing, like
Yeah.
buzzing by down like the sidewalk down there, and he had a meatball shirt on the back, the Jug meatball thing.
Oh, yeah.
So he
I got
said,
my
"I got
balls
my
at the
balls
Jug."
at the Jug." Yeah, I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen that one yet?
No, I did see it. I'm just saying, like, I was hanging out, and then it just rode by me
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like a little funny little bike. And I was
Yeah,
like,
my
well,
balls
first of all, I
are
was like, what the fuck's this guy doing on his little bike? It sounded funny. He looked funny. He was too big for the bike. Then he had a balls
it me?
Jug shirt on. You have a little motorcycle? It was like, it almost looked like Pee Wee Herman's bike.
Oh, that's funny. 'Cause I was wearing that shirt the other day.
Talked about Unicycle Guy. Bash Uber driver. Sent you that. Oh, I did. All right, so I fucking posted a thing of me singing Desolation Row by Bob Dylan, which is
Yeah.
a great song. And then I put
is a
the
great
link,
Oh, yeah.
like in the location, I typed Desolation Row, and it came up. I was like, oh shit. So I said, and I was like, there's a place called this? And I hit it, and it's somewhere in Michigan, and it's on the map, and I zoomed out once, and it's directly next to a town called Lewiston.
Shut up.
There's like, it's on like a lake. There was like
No shit.
Desolation Row, and I zoomed out, and then it said Lewiston. I was like, what
Wow.
the fuck? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Thought that was interesting.
Desolation Row, Lewiston.
Yeah, right next door.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a great song.
It is
There's
a great
about
song.
87 verses to it.
Yes.
And the words are all different. Like
Yeah.
every single was it just like goes on with weird stories. That
It's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant. Yeah.
he is good. He is good. I am
Yeah,
a fan.
Dylan's-
I am a fan.
Dylan's the best.
Yeah.
He's fucking.
Yeah, I was reading some of Bill
American poet.
Kreutzmann's book, the drummer for the Grateful Dead. And
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
talking about the Dylan and the Dead tour.
Okay.
And I guess Dylan was enjoying some cocktails on the tour.
Okay.
He liked to have a beverage or two, drinking responsibly, of course.
Yeah.
And he's like, you could tell he's Dylan. He's just weird. They'd practice a song, and then he'd do some other shit. They'd be in front of 80,000 people, and he'd start playing a song they never played before.
Yeah.
He'd just do whatever the fuck he wanted. And I was watching some videos, and you could definitely tell he starts a song, and Bobby's looking over at him like, the fuck is he doing? Like, the
Yeah.
confused look of not knowing what to do. But then they pulled it together, and it was fucking great. Like,
You would
having
think that they'd
Dylan
be
and
used to that
Jerry.
with Jerry.
Yeah, having Dylan and Jerry together was fucking, it's amazing.
I saw him.
Yeah, you saw Dylan and the Dead?
I saw Dylan in the Dead. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Where?
Buckeye Lake.
Ah, what year is this?
94, 93, 95.
Wowzers.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
They
they
wanted
came
you to
out at
stay
the end.
in school?
They encored with Knocking on Heaven's Door. Dylan came back on
That's
stage
pretty
because he
cool.
played first.
Yeah.
He played like Joey and all the fucking,
Yeah.
Joey. There was no J. And then the Dead played, and then Dylan walks on stage
Yeah, dude.
at the end. And they just start playing Knocking
What
on
if
Heaven's
we did
Door.
that?
And I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding? I could die right now.
If
It
we
was
do a
fucking-
Day of the Dead again.
And I
we
was
should-
like 18.
yeah, that's pretty epic. I've seen Dylan a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
need
Dylan
to see
a
him
bunch.
again.
I've seen him.
Because it's like, people are like, he's not the same old Dylan. It's like, yeah, dude, especially when he plays at Art Park, I'm like, if Bob Dylan is doing, if they're like, Bob Dylan's going to read the phone book for 3 hours, I'm good.
I'll
It's
go see
around
that.
the corner. Yeah, I'm going to see
I
that.
know. If it's in my backyard.
It's fucking Bob Dylan. He's fucking the reason I do everything. If we do a Day of the Dead, we should do a Dylan and the Dead set.
Yeah, that'd be
And
cool.
I won't put any shit in my hair. I'll just let it curl and just
There you
let
go.
it be all natural. And I'll do Dylan. And I'll get a band behind me.
Perfect.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Well, you sent me Stuck in the Liquor Room. I'm starting to realize you texted me Stuck in the Liquor Room. I assume that was a story, or maybe you
No,
were
it's a story.
stuck in the liquor room and you needed help, and I didn't help you. I just assumed it was
Yeah, I
for
was
the
in there for
podcast.
fucking
I
3
ignored
days.
it. Texting help stuck in the
Drunk
liquor
as a
room.
motherfucker.
Stuck in the liquor room. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll find out Wednesday.
So it's a Flock of Fucking Seagulls show, right?
Okay, flock of fucking seagulls. Okay.
And somebody comes outside and they're like, Dano's nowhere to be found. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I fucking was like about to lose my shit. Like, it's the fucking busiest night
You
of the
told
year.
him a flock of seagulls were coming. Those are creatures. He's scared of creatures.
He is
left.
scared of creatures.
He's like,
That's
I'll fuck
true.
with seagulls, bro.
I heard he certainly can't draw them.
No. He's real bad at turkeys.
yeah.
So 10 minutes go by, and they're like, dude, she's going crazy in there. Like, Dano's nowhere to be found. And I go, I'll tell you what, when you fucking find him, tell him he's fucking fired. Right?
Wowzers.
And somebody comes out like 2 minutes later, and they're like, you're not going to believe this. He was in the liquor room, and he locked himself in there. And he finally, one of the screws was loose in the back of the lock, so he pulled his credit card out. And he unscrewed all the screws like a little Dano MacGyver.
Wow.
And
That's pretty
pulled
cool.
the
That's pretty
lock off
impressive.
and came back up into work.
Wow. All right, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Locksmith from the 1830s.
Yeah. Yeah, because that lock's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
They didn't have cards back then. No. And so if you got locked in there, you're locked in there.
Barely had screwdrivers back then.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was fucking losing my mind. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We're getting killed right now, you know? And I even had my nephews, or I call them my nephews, Ryan's kids. Fucking, I'm like, hey, you guys know which one Dano is, right? They're like, yeah, the big guy, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he shouldn't be that hard to find. Will you walk around and look for him? And they came back like 10 minutes later. They're like, we can't find him. And I'm like, what the fuck
Nobody
could he
checked the liquor
fucking
room?
possibly be?
Wouldn't he be in the liquor room? Nobody checked the liquor room?
No one checked the liquor room.
Nobody went to look for him? Nobody needed any liquor? It wouldn't take that long. You guys run out of a bottle or something and have to go get him,
It
right?
would have been another 10 minutes and we would have found him, you know, but I think that he closed the door behind him because there were some Bolivians in there. Yeah, marching.
Cambodians.
Yeah.
It locks from the outside in? Like what?
Well,
kind of fucked up lock is that?
There's an unlock.
Oh, okay.
He just wasn't smart enough to figure it out.
So he dismantled the whole thing?
Yeah, so he dismantled the whole thing. So after the show, I took him down there and I go, if you press this button over, and he goes, "Oh, dude!"
To say.
Because there's like a button on the top that's like a lock unlock.
Yeah.
And then you can turn there's like a mini handle.
Yeah,
It's only like the size of a quarter.
Right.
The handle on the inside. So if you do it's called, I think it's called a time switch. I don't know why it's called that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But if you do it, if you click it to the left, the thing turns. He's like, dude, that would have been really helpful. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you probably should have looked a little
for
harder.
next
He just didn't
time. No,
try
he
enough
knows for next time.
combinations.
So,
Say what kind of fucked up lock is that? Keep it inside.
am I out?
Keep the liquor inside the liquor
There's
room.
it was about
It likes to break out. I bet.
It comes alive at night. The spirits come alive.
man,
Or the
spirits
ghosts
come
start stealing. You ever know? I've never thought of that. The ghost at the jug. Like, is there one particular liquor that goes missing because the ghost is drinking it? But it's like Slimer and Ghostbusters. Like, he pours it and it just goes on the floor.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's always, like, under one specific stool, there's always...
That would
like,
explain why it's always damp down there.
yeah. There's always just, like, a puddle of fucking Jim Beam
There's
or
always a
something
puddle.
that one ghost likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
Yeah, well, we'll go with that. That's why it's missing.
Yeah.
I guess it was the ghost. Oh, no.
Fucking ghosts.
Fucking place is so haunted.
It's so haunted. It's always stealing all the good vodka. Just absorbed into the walls.
What are some other Captain and Crown adventures?
Remember the night that I fucking hit the fence?
Oh.
You guys seem to be running into a lot of shit.
Yeah, we ran into some stuff.
You guys should just be in open fields. No poles, no posts, no nothing.
Well, we were in a park.
No windows? Okay.
So I shouldn't have ran into anything, but somehow I managed to.
There was that weird fucking fence line, though.
I know.
It was just a weird thing.
All right, so what's happening? When is this?
So we're smoking gravity bongs, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
When we were like 15.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And in
do
Lions
that
Park.
daily? You don't do those anymore?
I still will.
Okay. Maybe later.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, so we're doing gravity bongs in Lions Park, which is the park that's in our neighborhood that like nobody knows about. It's surrounded by houses. You can't even there's not even a way to drive into it. Like you can only ride a bike or walk into it.
Oh, okay.
There's that little one little spot.
But there's no parking.
But there's
or
no
anything
parking.
like that.
Yeah, you can pull a car up into it to pick up your kids, and then you have to reverse back out. You can't even spin around.
Wow.
And we're in there one night after dark, and we're getting fucking super stoned. And some guy came out and
Who else
started
was
yelling
there?
at us, right? Was it Vinny?
Vinny Bop?
I feel like it was Vinny, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was Vinny Bop.
Yeah, I think so. If we both think so, it must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinny Bob is one of the guys from Tennessee,
Oh, okay.
from the last Tennessee trip. You know the song on Skinny
Yeah,
Bob.
yeah. On Vinny Bop.
Oh, Vinny Bop Bop. I've been doing that since we were in high school.
That's pretty fun.
And he's like fucking hard. And
Yeah. That sucks for him because that's fun.
yeah, it's super fun.
That's more fun for us than we care that it annoys you. That's like a graph. You can weigh it out.
He's going to
It's-
listen to this and he's going to call me.
That's more fun to say than we care that it bothers you.
Yes,
You see what I'm saying? It's
absolutely.
outweighed by the...
100%. Which is why I've been doing it since high school.
A lot of nicknames for him.
Well, there's a lot of them. But anyway, I'm supposed to help Crown deliver the papers the next morning.
The papers.
The papers.
Gotta deliver the papers. So.
We got to deliver the papers to papers. And so this guy comes out fucking yelling at us, and for whatever reason, we all just start running. Right? That's how I remember it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scatter, yeah.
Spotlights
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah.
Like fucking guys got a big old flashlight coming at us.
So we're running, and then you take over.
So I made it through, and I think Vinny Bop was following you, and Harden almost made it, but he cut the corner a little fast, a little short, and got his knee like right on the corner post, and he must have did like 3 flips in the air.
You're full
Yeah.
speed.
The
And, like,
pure
landed
momentum, yeah.
landed on his face, and we're like, oh! Me and Vinny Bop picked him up. We're trying to drag him out of there. Oh man,
It hurt real bad.
do you remember that time I poke my eye out?
I sure do.
Oh, man.
I think it seems familiar.
Yeah,
I've heard this.
That was sucked.
Yeah. Crown got a stick caught in his eye when we were running for the police one time.
Yeah. Was it the police or my dad?
Oh, wasn't it Levy?
It might have been Levy.
I think it was Levy.
Yeah. We were cutting through
He was always chasing us.
He was. He didn't like us
He
much.
did not like us.
Yeah, we were going through like in between. There was a trail in between Oak Street.
It was on 3rd Street.
And
Behind those apartments, right?
yeah, third Street. But it led all the way up to our neighborhood in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we were right behind like the Pizza Hut house.
Yep.
And I stepped on this like it was like a bush, like a bunch of brush, and my leg went through, and I fucking went down. A stick was sticking right up. It got me. I had like 20 stitches, like
Oh,
right
my
here in
God.
my eye.
Yeah.
And my squirter stopped working. Actually, it started working a lot right there. but-
Yeah.
Dude,
Started leaking.
I remember coming back up, and Harding, I look at Harding, I had my hand over my eye. Harding grabs my hand, moves it away, and he goes, I go, is it bad? He goes, oh, man. And he put my hand back over my eye. I was like, dude, we got to go.
Yeah.
So
we got to go now.
we fucking made it back to your house somehow.
Yeah, and went to my fort.
Yeah, and we called,
Back to safety. Back to home base.
we called, who, Pat Dick?
I don't remember.
Because he was like an EMT or something.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that's how I got to the hospital.
Okay. Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember that part of the story. I just remember taking you to my fort and then going and calling whoever we had to call.
Yeah, there was...
Because there was no cell phones, obviously. We're teenagers.
Yeah.
I had to run into the house and fucking...
rotary dial.
I'm like, God damn it, hurry up.
Yeah, it was really freaky feeling because I could just feel my whole face swelling up.
Oh yeah,
And, like, my
eyes
eye
are
closed.
eyes are so sensitive. They're magical little things. It's
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Still to this day, my squirter's fucked up because I get a stiff wind in the face and it'll start leaking a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Stiff
that's
wind
a
in the
quote.
face. They'll start leaking a little bit. Just like when you were a teenager.
That's right. Yeah, that was a day.
That was a day.
I remember waking up in the hospital going, "Fuck." I thought I was going to lose my eye for sure.
I thought you were going to lose your eye for sure, too.
Yeah, it was just like meaty and hanging. It was
Yeah,
gross.
I was like, oh my God.
It was meaty and hanging. It's gross.
It
Yeah.
was gross.
Yeah. Not the girl with the squirter.
Giving you so many sound bites there. This is the best. Should we keep it going?
Yeah, man, we can keep this going for days. We know each other way too long.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was fucked up. Like I was like, oh, that was one of my first experiences with like
You're actually in trouble.
Fuck, I don't know what to do. Like we're gonna be fucked.
It's a bad one.
He might lose his eye. We're both gonna get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he loses his eye, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble.
Oh, you were supposed to be watching over me. Like my big brother.
Yeah, I was. I got you to safety.
You did.
You still got eyes you can still see.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
saved you.
It leaks a little bit sometimes.
Just leaks a little.
It's fine. If you ain't got a leaky squirter, you didn't live a life.
That's right.
You're gonna go to the grave with 2 perfect squirters. What did you do?
What fun is that?
Not a good one, anyway. You can still see the scar. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Can you?
It was a nice stick.
All these years later. Crazy.
We should have kept the stick.
I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have fucking. Yeah, you could have it hanging on your wall, and you'd tell your grandkids, and then you'd be like, "And that's the stick that did it." Like a guy who's like with a hook hand who like caught the shark that bit his
yeah.
hand off. Yeah,
Right.
that'd be badass.
Right.
What other adventures do you guys have planned? More
well,
fucking
We're both spending a lot of money on things this year. Yeah. So we don't have any adventures planned this
safe adventures these days. Not so much running and jumping and chasing and sticks and fences.
No. Crown likes to fuck around and pretend to push me off the boat sometimes because he knows that I fucking hate the ocean. But he never does it, thankfully.
Because it's scary, because it's salted.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with salt.
Yeah, I
shark-
think that
it's
would
the
be a
sharks.
plus. Yeah,
I don't like sharks.
I like sharks. I don't want to I don't
swimming with
want to. Yeah, I don't want to get eaten by one.
Right.
You know?
I like the way they taste.
Yeah.
But
think
I'm
they're
sure they
cool.
like the way I taste too.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta just bop them on the nose. Isn't that the thing? Just bop them
Yeah,
on
as
the
long
nose.
as I see them
And
coming.
you go, no. No.
You're
I-
supposed to lift them by the nose, and then they'll fall asleep. You're
Really?
supposed to grab them by like the bottom of their nose and lift them, and then once they go vertical, they kind
they
of
fall
chill
asleep?
out. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what they, some type of paralysis.
Yeah.
Shark
Interesting.
paralysis. Yeah.
You would think that would
and I'm
be
sure
a,
I'll have that opportunity.
yeah.
You'd think that'd be on this
That would
Shark
be like
Week
a
101 or
most,
something.
yeah, it should be a very well-known thing. Like, oh yeah, you just tip them back and they stop. Like Jaws would have been 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
There would have been 5 Jaws movies. It would have just been like fucking Roy Scheider just like doing that. And like, they were good.
All right, on your way, big fella.
That's a pretty big shark.
Yeah, that whole
think it's
Indianapolis
gonna work with
thing
that
would have
one.
been like, yeah, we just started tipping them. Sharks in the water, tip the shark. Shark doesn't eat you.
On your way.
Yeah, that one's. My fear of the ocean really is just my fear of not being able to see my surroundings.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's scary as fuck.
It's deep. It's not,
It's very deep.
It's not home turf anymore.
Nobody knows what's in there, and everyone's on home turf except me.
Yeah. You're the odd man out.
I am.
Don't be such a pussy.
Fuck off, Drown.
Have you ever had a scary interaction with a shark?
I have
Yeah.
many times. This tattoo.
Oh my God, we got our own Quint here. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Show me the way to go home.
I actually had a shark leave an imprint on my arm shaped like that from his tail. It was probably like a 8-foot tiger shark.
Damn.
I was trying to let him go, and then he fucking whipped the boat, and it got me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You caught him.
I was actually one time we were out fishing one week,
This is a good one.
and we were out fishing. We were probably 12, 15 miles offshore in the Gulf. And the fishing was good. We were fishing. And a couple of dolphins showed up, and they show up because they see the fish that we catch that we're swimming back down, right? So they just showed up, and we're like, fuck it, let's go swim with some dolphins. And we jump in, and we're swimming there. They really didn't want anything to do with us until they, because we stopped fishing when we jumped in, and they really didn't want anything to do with us and kind of took off. So we got back in the boat, and everything was good. So the next week we go out there, and I hook up to like an 8-foot bull shark. And it took me, 45 minutes to like an hour to pull this thing in.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I'm like exhausted. And I'm looking
Takes you
down.
out here.
I'm looking down, and this bull shark's kind of by the boat, and he's flailing a little bit. And all I see is this giant shadow come up. It was probably like a 14-foot tiger shark.
Yeah.
And we were in the same exact spot as we were swimming with the dolphins the week before.
Right.
Oh wow.
So I probably won't do that again.
So I probably won't do that again. What do you mean?
That's got the
such a pussy.
shadow of it.
I mean, you get that way when you like you're ankle deep.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You were ankle deep and you ran away. Got jumped back in the boat.
Did a shark not swim right between us?
Maybe he did.
Maybe.
I wasn't sure. That could have been something else.
Yeah, she could have been. It was a fucking shark, and you know it.
Could have been something else.
He's like, maybe they do like you, Arden. I was like, I told you. Yeah, I guess there's nice. I let have some kind of aroma to them or something.
Yeah, they like it.
I know, and I don't like it. It scares me.
You got the wine, you're like pickled.
I am pickled.
Yeah.
Pickled.
These guys
Brown's pickled too, though. Why don't they like him?
I don't know. I killed a few of them, so maybe the
yeah,
word
they
got
know
out.
the legend of the hot dog.
But maybe the word got out.
Maybe.
the sharks know the legend of the hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
There's a bunch of them down there, though. They really don't. I've dove with them and stuff, and they're really not too interested.
Yeah.
Unless they get interested if you're like they get into a feeding frenzy. And
Right.
Yeah.
If you're fishing,
Yeah.
I wasn't that smart to jump in the water that day.
No.
No.
Hindsight's 2020.
It sure is. That's what they tell me.
What are you gonna do?
Well,
So there's a few for your.
hindsight's 2020, unless you get a fucking stick in your eye.
Yeah.
Then it's like 2015, 35, whichever way it goes.
Whatever way it goes. Yeah.
Now I'm fucking.
Well, now the sharks know you got a
My
blind
brother's
side.
my brother's like 21,200 or something, so
Jesus.
he goes the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, man, he's been blind our whole lives. You know this.
I'm legally blind, he said. That's the first thing he's ever said to me, I think.
Yeah.
I'm Jeremy. I'm legally blind.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, Jeremy.
Nice to meet you, Jeremy.
It's a good opening.
Got a brother who
yeah.
can see better.
All right. Well, the adventures of Hot Dog and Captain continue.
Yeah.
What else do people got to know? Big weekend coming up at the Jug.
Big
Still,
weekend coming
summer's
up.
still cooking, man.
Summer's still cooking for sure. We got another 2 months.
Yeah.
Another really good month coming up here. We got you guys. We got Strictly Hip. We got Rusted Root.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of shit going on. So everybody come on down and
Yeah.
let's throw a bash.
Yeah, man. Come continue this wonderful, legendary fucking Jug summer
Yeah.
when things went up another notch.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Hot Dog.
Well,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
joining
I
us.
got to throw out a shout out to Slade Smitty and Rita.
Oh, yeah.
Look at everybody.
Yeah.
You know they
Yeah.
still listen.
Yeah.
I hope so. Somebody does.
And
Fuck's sake.
and everyone knows that Slade Smitty is real now because I actually met him.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I met the
Nice
whole
guy.
family.
You met a convincing actor. Yeah,
I
sure.
know.
Okay.
He was not an actor. He brought us venison. It was a
He did bring us venison.
Really
Fucking
solid.
bring venison. I'll
and,
get you
and, and his son and daughter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it was
I don't know. I mean, Crown's making some good money down there, but I don't know if he's making enough to pay a whole family. I
crisis
thought
actor
one guy
money.
he could probably do, but
Yeah.
the whole family. I
The whole
don't know.
family.
Real wholesome like family. I mean, they're
Oh,
not-
they really were. They're super nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to those guys. I'll see you guys hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah. All right, man. Captain's Jug of Thoughts. Keep listening. Tell all your friends. Share everybody. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Do all that horseshit, please. For the love of God, we need
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All
See you
right.
next time.
Bye.
All right.
Okay. All right. We have a joke.
We have one last thing.
All right. So I was at. I'm up here for a funeral for my Uncle Wayne.
Yep.
This is the joke.
No, it gets better.
It gets better, I promise.
He says, I got a joke to tell, and that's how it starts. Like,
All right, thank you. Good night.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
So he is a different type of guy, man. He is a hellraiser from he's one of a kind. Okay.
You've told me.
So, I had a few things planned on what to say, but I had to cut it short. My dad asked me because he couldn't stand up and talk to everybody because he's old, and so he made me read his speech, and there was one joke that my uncle told me way back when that I'll never forget, and I use it still to this day. And it's so I get done reading the speech that my dad does, and I'm like, okay, so there's I got to tell this joke, and everybody's gonna know it because it came out of Uncle Wayne's mouth, and I was like, this may be a little inappropriate for the crowd and the timing, but he always said, my girlfriend always told me to kiss her where it stinks. So I took her to Hamilton. And obviously the funeral's in Hamilton, so I and the crowd goes fucking wild.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
It was hilarious.
That's good
I had
stuff.
to do it.
Yeah, of course.
That's great. That's legendary.
That is. That's fantastic.
You tell that joke at a funeral. Fuck's sakes.
Hey, you got to. Well, when it's his,
Well,
you got to.
And then we all cracked a Molson and cheersed with him, and that was it, man. It was
Yeah.
good.
Good. Good.
It was closure.
Cool.
Yeah. It was good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I think it is. We do.
Was it?
I guess. Yeah, it depends on the crowd. Me and him are like, wow, that's so sweet.
Was it? I
That's really
mean,
touching. I like that.
I just change the names and the places every once in a while, but the joke still stays the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah, I
course.
tell it all the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, there we go.
All right. Thanks again, Hot Dog.
All right. See you later.
Thank you. That song's called King Me.